get there. We'll get there.
One day. We gotta build up small, like you said. Like you.
Hey, bro, I started from scratch, dude. That's crazy. Like, I'm used to not having anything, so now, I started from scratch, bro, and I'm used to not having anything.
So how's that transition like once you finally? Because yeah, once you have nothing and then you're finally able to attain these things, what does that feel like?
Well, I mean, I've failed before, you
We've
know,
all failed.
and when it's your first time, you don't know how to act, you know. But when it's your second time, you take care of your shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like you plan ahead, think ahead. Sometimes, I mean, when I was younger, I used to live fast, you know. And one thing about living fast, it's like driving fast. You know, you miss an exit, you don't read the signs because you're moving too fast. If you slow down, you see everything. You can read every sign. You'll never miss an exit.
It's like a balance, right? You want to go fast in certain moments, but then you also want to take time and look at what's happening too.
Well, one thing I learned in life is when you take a few steps back, you see more. Don't be so close.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like right there. You're only looking at what's right in front of you. You can't see the rest of the picture. You know, it's like narrow-minded.
So what? You don't have to get too deep into it, but what happened? What was that moment where you were like, oh shit, like I'm moving too much. I'm doing too much right now. I'm not seeing all this.
When you have nothing anymore.
Oh, kind of like rock bottom.
Yeah. You know, having nothing takes you to another place, you know? And
Survival.
of course there's survival. It's all about survival, you know? It's all about what you have in here that's going to push this to the next moment.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just life. Like, if you have lemons, you make lemonade, you know?
My homie has this quote where he's like, when life gives you lemons, give her a chocolate cake. Give her a chocolate cake and leave that bitch wondering how you did it.
Of course.
I love that quote.
It's throwing someone off.
Yeah,
you
throwing
know?
someone off, yup.
Sometimes it's good to keep them guessing. You know, it's just me, myself. It's like you have to create an image for yourself, and that's what you want people to see. That's what you want people to know. You know, but we're all normal. You know, we all feel, we all think, we all bleed, we all cry. You know, but we all have who we want to be. I wake up every morning and I'm like, well, I don't suffer from a midlife crisis, that's for sure. I wake up every morning and I'm like, yeah, I'm George Silva.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. AC for less.
Yes.
You know, and hopefully with the people in their vote, I'll be Mr. Baldwin Park City Council.
Yeah. And
you know?
And so how do you tie that line between who you want to be, who you are, and how people perceive you? Because there's three different things, and it's a weird thing.
Always have your mind made.
Explain that.
Yeah, dude. Like a lot of people, it's like people that are younger, they don't know what they want.
Agreed.
They want to be everything. They want to do everything. Yeah. You know, and it's cool to be ambitious, but it's okay to dream. Dream big. Dream as big as you can. But dream realistically and dream within your means, bro. If you make yourself like a yearly plan, I want to do this year. That's one step towards your dream if your dream remains.
Yes.
You know, every year your dream gets more and more realistic.
Yes.
You know, I remember I was like, all right, cool. We're going to be the AC guy now. You know, I've been doing this for 18. This will be my 19th summer after this winter. And the only thing I do is just evolve, get greater. When you do something for so long, it's like second nature, you know. Esta pinche madre ya, tú ya sabes qué pedo, you know. You already know what's going on. I can walk up to an air conditioner and just by hearing it, I know what's going on. I go like this with my hand over it, and I can tell you whether or not even the compressor's on. Like, you know, I'm the kind of person that notices everything. I really hate that about myself. You know, imperfections, I notice everything. I notice everything. It's weird. Like, out of the corner of my eye, oh man, I wish I didn't see that, you know? Stuff like that.
But now you're talking away from, because you were talking about ACs at first, and now you're talking about like just in general your intuition.
Just general everything, you know. And that's the thing. That's the thing about myself. I'm just weird like that.
No, but it's good though. I feel like the more aware and conscious you are, the better you can see yourself. Those are the type of people who can see their mistakes and then correct them.
Well, I mean, homie 101, for all the homies out there, Be aware of all your
I
surroundings.
mean, 100%. That's
Always.
the first thing they teach you growing up in the hood.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
what I'm saying. You
Head on
know,
a swivel.
always, man.
Yeah.
Always. You know, and that's my day by day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially right now. Like, I'm really subject to scrutiny right now. You know, I can't do the wrong thing, and nowadays it's even hard to do the right thing because people take it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I do what I believe is right.
Yeah, I mean,
And I also believe in sticking to my guns. If I say something, hey, pues, ni modo, ya lo dije.
yeah.
You know, and if I make a mistake, I'll own up to it.
Oh, 100%.
There's no problem. You know, I'm old, I'm mature. If I'm right, I'm right. You know, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I win, I win. And if I lose, I learn.
Yeah. And I think the people who won't accept you admitting you made a mistake are not mature at all either.
Well, it's just the world we live in. You know, the world's just different.
Yeah.
You know, the world I grew up in and the world I live in are way different now. You know, and I can only control the things in my world.
Okay.
The things I see, the people I'm around, the influence I put out. You know, the rest of the world, I can't speak for it.
Yeah.
Because the world's the world.
Yeah. But you grew up in Baldwin Park your whole life, right?
Pretty much since '96. Yeah, I went to De Anza.
Oh, shit.
De Anza, Violin, Jones, Baldwin Park.
Uh,
You know, my business is here. My family's here. You know, my kids go to SV. And just, we're all from here.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
we're the Silvas.
I love that. I love the
You know,
guy.
everybody knows us, you know. Henry Silva's my cousin. Raquel Silva's my cousin. Miguel Silva, rest in peace. It's mi little primo. Jacqueline Silva's my sister. Gabriel Silva's my brother. You know, Loretta Silva's my sister. We're the Silvas.
I love when families stick and stay in the community. I think it just helps prosper everything like in our community. I don't see that a lot. I mean, I'm still young, so I haven't really seen that too much in BP. But you growing up in that, you said like in the '90s, right?
I grew up in Baldwin Park when it was cracking, bro.
Tell me about
Let's
that. Tell me
just
about that,
go
cause
Okay, let
I'm
me tell
way
you.
young, so I really don't know what that was like.
there. Okay, it was active.
Of course.
You know, it was active. You know, I grew up on the streets, like seeing this stuff firsthand. I used to skate everywhere. That's me and my skateboard, dude. You know, and so I skated every street of Baldwin Park. You know, and I've seen it. You know, and the good old days when people used to see the cops and run. Now, people see the fucking. I trip out on this, dude. People see the cops pull out their booth pipe, take out a fat ass blast, and the cops keep going. Like, whoa, what happened there?
Yeah.
Like I said, we live in a different place now. You know? And I mean, I just want to make Baldwin Park great again.
Mm-hmm.
And by great, it's like people respecting the law. You know? The law's the law. The law is basically just rules.
Yeah.
You know? Our rules of society. And we're in a place right now where people don't even respect that. If you can't respect the rules of society, it's hard to respect the way of life. It's hard to respect people. Laws are boundaries. You know? And I don't know, people they don't see things like that, you know, and yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
That's a interesting take. I've never heard that. You said if you can't respect the rules, how are you gonna respect the city? Or you phrased it a pretty cool way.
Well, I mean, the way of life, you know.
Uh-huh.
How can you respect the things around you if you don't respect the ways of the things?
Yes. And so, what have you seen that you're like? Besides with the whole cop situation, you told me right now. What else have you seen that you're like, oh, people are not respecting the rules that we've put in place?
Well, I mean, the homeless. You know, just because they're homeless doesn't give them an excuse to be loitering everywhere, you know, to be sleeping on the streets, like in plain places of view. I mean, I get it, they're scared, but help is out there and they don't want it,
Yeah.
you know, and it's hard to sympathize someone that doesn't want to do better. You know, like me, I've had nothing, bro. Like, I know what it is. And it's until you put your foot down and say, you know what, I don't want this for myself no more. Is when you're going to get it, is when you're going to strive, prosper, you know? Make a plan, you know? Make a plan, stick to it. Stick to your guns.
I think that's a great city council question for you, like, because you are running for city council. What would you do for those people? Because there are a lot of them that don't want help. They just want to say like that. But you're saying the homeless situation is bad. How would you, as a city council member...
Simple. We have 3 havens.
What does that mean? What are havens?
You know, these places.
Oh, like the new one they built right here by Walmart.
Let's just go with these places that are made for the homeless.
Okay.
You know, I find that hard to believe. You know, maybe one out of those 3, it should be renamed. It should be called unconditional love. You know, and that's because it's like they say at church, come as thy are. You know, these people don't want help because if you're going to help someone, help them right. Don't help someone how you want to help them. Help someone the way they deserve to be helped. Unconditionally. You know, these people don't go to these places because there's rules there. I mean, yeah, you know, it's good to have rules, you know, code of conduct, stuff like that. But it's like, oh, you're high, you can't be here. Or this, you can't be here. And that's why the people are still on the streets. If you're going to open your doors and say it's for the homeless and give someone a place to crash, do it unconditionally, dude. Come as they are. Accept them.
That's interesting.
You know?
Yeah. And so that's interesting because, one, in the beginning you were saying you want to follow the rules, but if you're going to make havens for homeless people, you should let them not break the rules. I know you're not saying that, but you're saying just accept them because we know they're doing this stuff and you would rather have them there than not.
Lighten up on the rules.
Interesting.
You know? Because, yeah, we have the laws of the streets, the laws of society, but once you walk in through that door, you know, now you're under their rules.
Yes.
And people don't want that. That's why people don't seek help. So just, you know, lighten up on the rules, make them more flexible. That way these people actually feel safe coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's all state of mind, you know. These people, their minds ain't right. You make them feel uncomfortable. They don't want to be there.
Yeah.
They feel more comfortable on the streets.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Where it's more dangerous.
100%.
You know, like there's a homeless woman that sleeps right there outside my office. Not right next to my door, but between those few doors. You know, and the reason she does that is because she's scared. She's scared to sleep in the park. She's scared to sleep somewhere in the dark. You know, they want to sleep under a spotlight where at least if something's going on, someone might see it. Someone might help. But that's a problem. I bet you anything, if that woman know that she can go somewhere where she's not going to be judged and she can crash out, she'll be there. But whatever the rules are, it's not letting her be there. You know, and that's the problem. You know, that's the problem.
So you would restructure the rules on these safe havens that we have in Baldwin Park?
Just for one of them.
Just for one of them?
Yeah, just for one of them.
Test it out kind of to see how...
Not to test it out, but just to separate the apples.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know, because you have people that are homeless for real, and you have people that are just smoked out, bro.
Yeah. No, they really are, yeah. And those are the ones that I was thinking about were like...
That's what I'm telling you.
Those are the ones where I'm like, hey, if you...
You see, now we're going somewhere, right?
If you lean the rules too soft, they're just going to use that as a trap house. Like, where they're just going to be...
Exactly. You know? But if they're on a fucking sick one and you give them somewhere to be, well, fuck, at least they're not going to be valiendo madre en la pinche calle.
Do you like the new one we just opened up in by Walmart maybe like 3-4 years ago, where it's a place where you can stay for 6 months and they'll help you make a plan and they'll give you housing and all that for like 6 months? Do you like that or not?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I can't really put a lot of opinion on it because that's what I'm telling you. That's conditional help.
Yes.
People don't want it. Is that place full? I'm sure there's vacancy.
I wouldn't know.
A shitload of it. Because some people just want to be homeless.
Yeah.
You know? And there's some people that want to break off that, you know? And it just, you know, everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't speak for those that don't want to make better choices.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't force anybody to do what they don't want to do.
Exactly.
Free will.
So, you know, it's like, okay, here's this place you can crash. You have 6 months to get your shit together. Then what?
And then what? Yeah, it's hard.
Then what?
Yeah.
What if that's not in their plan? You know? It's like earlier, I used the term called transitional career. You know? That's transitional housing.
Yeah, it's a hard situation with the whole homeless shit.
Yeah. We need to work on that now.
Yeah.
Now. Like, it's crazy because I read a pamphlet. I'm not gonna say the name, but I read a pamphlet. Someone that I'm running against. he put on it something about targeting the homeless crisis. It's like, hold on, bro. Wait. Hold the phone. You signed off on this. You accepted the government money to build these havens for the homeless. You said it's okay for the homeless to come to town, and now that they thrashed it, now you want to help them? Hold on, bro. Stick to your guns, please. You know, but that's the thing. You know, I'm a business owner. You know, I never lie to my customers, ever. Politicians, they lie to the voters every day. You know, they tell them what they want to hear for their vote. And guess who's not coming through when it's crunch time? It's these guys. There's another guy. It may be the same guy. You know who you are. He burned one of my friends, dude. And by friends, I mean, like, man, I've known this guy. We've been neighbors for 5 years. You know, he promised them the sun and the stars, and when he got elected, lo mandó la chingada, güey. And that's messed up, bro. Because my homie printed all his shit. He printed all his banners. He printed all of his signs, everything. And once he got his chair, lo mandó la chingada, güey. That's messed up, you know? To just use somebody and kick them to the curb. It's almost like the same thing with the homeless. They use the freaking money. Hey, mira, boom, los mandaron todos a la chingada. You know, and that's the thing. Politicians are liars. I'm sorry. You know, yo era niño de la calle, dude. Ahora soy la voz del pueblo. You know, I know what's really going on the streets. You know, I know. You know, these guys come and they clock in and, you know, they clock out. Bro, I stay clocked in, you know. I run calls 24 hours, you know. I waive the service fee for all Baldwin Park residents, you know. Like, I'm always grinding, like, you have to. Like, I'm always putting in that work in this town, you know. And, I mean, I don't want no credit for it, you know. And the reason I'm running is because I want to keep doing the right thing. When you put good into the world, great things happen.
Agreed. And
you know,
and so like as a Baldwin Park citizen, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are like in my situation too, is we're so busy with our daily lives that once we elect these people in, sometimes we don't even notice the decisions they're making for us. It's usually like the big things, like they made that new park, which I don't like. I think that money should have gone somewhere else.
But where is the money, dude? $6 million are missing.
I don't know anything about that. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, all I know is that when I make a bid for a job, business owner, I never go back on my word. If that's the price, that's the price. You know, and I mean, I don't lose out, you know, out of my pocket. But if I mess up on the price, there goes my profit margin. You know what I mean? Like, that park, I just feel like it's just there.
To me,
They could have appropriated those funds into something better. Not just that. What happened to the rest of the money? Like, there was like $12 million for that chingadera de parque. Like, no sé.
I read on the Baldwin Park News that Susan Rubio got grants from certain whatever. So this was grant money. Is this not true?
You know what? I don't know about that. The reason I don't know about that is because I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner. But I could tell you that if I was appropriating those funds, hasta haya sobrado dinero.
And so where are you getting that figure, 12 million?
Huh?
Where are you getting?
It's out there.
And
You know, it's public record that 12 million were spent for there.
what's spent for the park?
And it's all for the park, yeah. The park, that's how much money was wasted there.
And you're saying there's 6 million,
They're missing because they put in a bid for 6 mil. They said this park is going to cost us 6 mil.
and you're like, where's the other 6 mil?
Well, where is the other 6, dude? I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Just a bunch of concrete.
Honestly, I don't like that park at all, dog. Honestly,
That's what I'm telling you, dude. That
is
park
ugly,
is so
dog.
basic.
It's ugly to me.
Even the cement is uneven, dude. The other day I drove through the
through-
cutoff
yeah,
alley,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like, what? Like,
I don't like it. When I see it, I look at it, and to me, I'm like, this is not a good representation of Baldwin Park. Like, it looks dead.
Well, it ruined how I travel through the city.
Well, you can't use that little cutoff no more? You don't like it?
Man. The cops are mad. Let's just go like that. Before, they just pull out, cut
Yeah,
through,
cut
and
through.
boom, they're at Starbucks.
All of us did that
Now they have
shit.
to go around.
Yeah, all of us did that shit. I was bad when they were building and I couldn't go through that whole fucking cut.
You know, just a waste of money, man. You know, and let me explain. If I would have said, "Hey, I'm gonna build this park for $6 million," I wouldn't have gone over budget. You know, that's misappropriating the funds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, top dollar for a bunch of cement. I just don't see $12 million at that park. You know, I put a value on things as a business owner. I know how much things cost.
And that does not look like.
That does not look like no 12 mil, bro.
What does that look like?
I'd say like maybe 4.5.
Fuck, that's a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If that was me, I would have built that park and would have had money left over.
Yeah. Well, you're saying there is money left over. You just can't. You just can't fuck.
I just don't know where it's at. If you said you're gonna build something with 6, and then you claim that you wasted 12. I mean, me as a business owner, I'm looking at 4.5. I mean, I don't know. I can't point no fingers. You know, I can't say this is missing or that's missing. I just want to know where it's at.
And so, let's say you do win, right? Is that what you want to do when you get in there? Is look at the numbers? From a business owner perspective, I would imagine that's something you're interested in.
You know what? I just want to know where everything's at, so I know how much fixing we need to do.
It's always weird.
You know,
yeah.
And it's crazy because everyone I'm running against, except 2 people, you guys are in the clear, ladies. Everybody was associated with that. You know, I'm running up against the city clerk. I'm running up against the city treasurer. I'm running against a council member and another council member. Only they know what happened. Why are they running? Why is it so important for the people from the bench to run for council? What are they trying to hide? Yo quiero saber. As a business owner, dude, I got my own money, bro. You know, I didn't take not one donation, no contributions, nothing. I filed 470. In other words, when I go to the casino, I play with my own money. You know, I'm not going to have nobody that's going to come up to me and say, hey, nah. You know, everybody that's posting, oh, I'm endorsed by this guy. I'm endorsed by that guy. You got a massive text earlier.
Yeah, by Manuel Estrada. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was like, how did you get my number? Like, I don't even have.
All that costs money,
Yeah,
bro.
that's private. Yeah, private data that they're buying.
You know, all that costs money. Whose money? You know how much each one of these costs me? I think I get 3 of these for a penny.
Okay.
Cost efficiency is important. I don't need a card stock whole page. I don't need to pay a guy to pay another guy to distribute these in the mail. No. I can do this myself. When I first started my business, I printed like 3 to 5,000 flyers. I went to the swap meet. Hola, arreglo aires. Hola, arreglo aires. Hola, arreglo aires. Here you go, I fix ACs for less. Here you go. Everybody gets one. And if they don't like it, for every 3 is 1 penny. It doesn't cost me much. You know, and it's the same thing. If you didn't see me knock on your door, it's because I'm not a politician. But you will see me handing these out to you, person by person, or if not, a rubber band on a water bottle. It doesn't cost nothing, dude, to put in your own work. You know, and that's why I'm like, I'm looking at all these banners, you know. I'm looking at one of the council members I'm running against. He's got like 3 people. One pushes him, the other one drives, and the other one, you know, obviously It's like Smithers, you know, puts in all that grimy work. And I mean, that's cool and all, but you know what, man? I'd rather do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I stand for the people, literally. You know, if I don't like it, I won't sign off on it. What's good for Baldwin Park's economy isn't always good for the people of Baldwin Park. And that's where these guys went wrong. You know, they took all this money to build havens for the homeless without actually surveying the city and seeing whether or not it was going to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now the freaking streets are bleeding, bro.
So how do you fix that? Besides,
Well, like I said, you know, I believe in what is right, and if it's not right for the people of Baldwin Park, I won't sign on it. I'm going to start off by not being a sellout.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to start off by not saying yay to everything. You know, 'cause a lot of people are just like, yeah, Simon.
But do you have any plans in place of how you want to change?
Yeah, everything's right here.
Break it down.
Well, first we got to fix Pacific.
What's wrong with Pacific Avenue?
Pacific and Main Avenue? Come on, bro, you work on it. It's 2 lanes. It used to be 4 lanes.
Oh, you're talking about literally where we were just at right now, by the bank.
When we came right now, the street we came, that's Pacific.
Yes.
It's one way this way, one way that way.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be 4 lanes.
Really? Whoa, I didn't
That's
know
how young
that.
you are,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was a 4-laner.
You know, we need to address the homeless crisis. Of course. You know, we need to create new incentives for small businesses.
Such as?
I don't want to get too deep into that.
You should.
And that's because as a business owner, you know what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people, you know, as a politician, you don't know what the smaller businesses need, but you know what Kaiser needs.
Yeah.
You know what all the big businesses need, waste management, things of such, you know. New self-defense classes, you know. Karate and boxing, it's been in the city already for like 30 years. Yeah, that's cool and all. But what about mixed martial arts?
There's a new one that opened up, a jiu-jitsu class. It's not mixed martial arts, but a jiu-jitsu class open. Mars?
Mars? Yeah, those are very great people.
Mm-hmm.
Mars, very great people. Very, very great people. That's a small business that started in Baldwin Park.
And so what incentives would you give them in order to better their business?
Well, you know what? It's not about bettering their business because they're already up. They got a good reputation,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But one thing that they could use and the city can use is Mars training at Morgan Park. Or better yet, we'll use that park. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Barnes?
You know, Waste of Money Park.
Oh, the Susan Rubio Zocalo and Civic Center Park.
I don't know. Whatever. It's even the name, dude. Like, it's long, dude. You know.
I mean, it's a flex. It's a political flex, right? I mean, if you're
that's a problem.
Yeah.
You don't have to flex, dude.
It's a legacy. I mean, she left her legacy for Baldwin Park now. She has her park named after her name.
But hey, there's like 4 open suites right there with nothing in them. You know, they can do training there for the people.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously there's a lot of, you know, we've been boxing, we've been karate. You know, bringing something new to the community.
Okay, so like a new sport.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Self-awareness classes, you know, mental health.
Are you talking about installing those into the schools? Like the high schools?
No, community center, you know. We need self-awareness classes, free self-awareness classes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is for DV, this is for anger management, this is, you know, even mental health awareness. You know, awareness. You got to know yourself, bro. And if you have a screw or loose, it's better that you know. Don't be in denial. There's help for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Post-traumatic stress is real to an extent. I've been shot in the face
Really?
and left for dead, and that did mess with me for a few years. You know, but I don't thrive on it. A lot of people, I got PTSD. You know, it's like me, bro. I've really been shot in the face and left for dead. Like, did I let that hurt me? It hurt for a bit. I broke off of it, and I built myself into a great person. And I never, ever, ever let that be an excuse for failure. You know, I'm a failure because I got shot in the face. No, you know, that empowered me, showed me to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, growing up on the streets of Baldwin Park, if I would have died right there, if I would have died right then and there, I would have not succeeded or accomplished. We need to improve the street lighting. The streets are too dark. Certain neighborhoods, you know, people are scared. You know, a few diagonal crosswalks wouldn't hurt. There's a few in Pasadena, and this is only for like busy intersections. And this is because the flow of traffic. You know, Ramona is all messed up, dude. And people don't respect the way of the pedestrian. It bothers me.
And so you think having a diagonal crosswalk would help?
Well, it would help because people cross faster. People get out of the way, you know. It's like you got people making a left, you got people going straight, and people, you won't make it through a light cycle when there's a lot of traffic and you have to wait for this guy to cross and that guy to cross, and you're sitting there like, because legally, you can't turn until their first foot hits the next side of the sidewalk. Legally. You know? Get them out of the way. You know, let them cross, boom, boom, boom. Now you don't have to wait for people to cross twice.
Yeah.
Just once.
And so these stoplights prioritize the button pushing over a car waiting?
You know what? They all do. They're all programmed. You know, everything's programmed. We live in the day where a lot of things are automated nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, we need our own DA. You know, Baldwin Park needs their own DA to enforce Baldwin Park laws.
Interesting. Why? Yeah, that's an interesting take. Why would you want to get a DA?
Why? Just look at everything that's happening, bro. You know, it's like you get caught with a booth pipe, it's a DA reject. But in Baldwin Park, we had our own DA. Best believe he's gonna do something about it. Scante's wrong. Get him. You know. And then I mean, we do need to increase our officers. We need more cops.
Okay.
You know, and that's because once we start restructuring things, you know, people got used to
Nobody likes change.
this Grand Theft Auto of a city. You know, it's gonna take time for it to regulate back to normal. What is normal? Normal is people respecting the laws and the ways of living. That's normal to me. You know, I had somebody come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, you know," and it's my first bit of scandal. You know, and I know who sent them. Somebody comes up and they're like, "Hey, we heard you do illegal gambling upstairs in your office." I'm like, "What the F?" First off, that's illegal. Secondly, the law's the law. I don't make the rules. I just live by them.
Yeah.
Can't follow the rules, go elsewhere. Every city has their own ordinances anyways. You don't like Baldwin Park, go to San Bernardino. It's worse there. See if you like it. Baldwin Park was a great place. It was a great place.
And you're saying that through the rise of certain politicians, it's kind of grown in a way corrupt.
I don't want to use the term corrupt, but Baldwin Park lost its way. You know, crazy.
Do you feel like Baldwin Park has a good sense of community?
I feel like we need to make Baldwin Park great again.
I mean, yeah, that'd be amazing. I feel like I'm not very tied in with my community, and I love Baldwin Park.
When you become a piece of it, it's a wonderful place. I like driving down the street, all the city workers waving, all the officers, hey. You know, I put in that work to get that kind of respect. You know, it's just, we're barely getting started. You know, I was the concert series 10 weeks handing out AC for Less waters. AC for Less, my phone number. In the summer it was really hot. And you got these people, remember?
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
And you got these people taking their kids to walk around, and it's like, fuck, dude. Everybody out there was there making money, dude. Making money, bro, you know? And that's cool and all. But I was there handing out AC for Less flyers, giving away free water. I was the only person there doing it for free. It's the right thing to do. You know, you see these kids all freaking hot. You know, and you want a water. Yeah, water, $3. Una agua fresca, $8. No manches, güey.
It's expensive.
You know, everything's expensive, dude. The way of life is crazy.
I think that's a great segue right there. How would you help out with the way our economy is?
Well, first off, things that ruin the economy is $20 an hour at McDonald's and still messing up the order. That messes up the economy.
That's so funny. $20 an hour and still messing up the order.
Dude, I hate that.
That's funny.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know, but that's funny.
I had this girl lie to me in my face. I had this girl lie to me in my face, dude. I was like, yeah, let me just get 2 McChickens. What did I say? Easy lettuce, extra mayo. And then I look at the thing, you know, because nowadays it's like, damn, dude. You expect these people to get the order right, you know? And I look in the back, and it's backwards.
Wait, what do you mean?
It says easy mayo, extra lettuce. And I'm like, miss, I believe you got my order wrong. You know, and I said, I asked for easy lettuce, extra mayo. She's like, oh, no, it has it. I checked myself. And I'm like, wow. This girl just lied to me right in my face. At $20 an hour. It's like, bro, what's up with that?
And so what, you would say we need to, I mean, fuck, that's like a federal thing though, right?
We just need to step up our game, bro. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. My first job, and this is the funny part, and this is, you go to my office, my desk is set a certain way, next to the window, that when I look out the window, I see Burger King. Burger King was my first job.
Oh, shit.
So I know all about that. I know the infrastructure of a restaurant. You know, I know when someone's lagging it and why they're lagging it.
Yeah.
I know how long food takes to make.
Yeah.
You know, like when you go to McDonald's or something, you make an order and it's not even a crazy order. And they tell you, hey, can you park your car over there? On bay 1, 2, or 3? Why? I put my car on park. Nope, we're waiting.
Yeah.
You know why? Because once they park you, now you're on their time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's things like that. Like, I ain't no waiter. You know, it's like I'm expecting my food to be made in a timely manner, made correctly, and have my order taken correctly.
I think the one right here, the McDonald's by the Wendy's and the Target and all that. I think the reason they made bays is because that line would get so long that it would wrap all the way to the gas station, and so they wanted to have those bays so they get away from that to cut the line faster.
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you. If the wheels ain't moving as fast as they should be, hire more people to make the wheels spin.
Good luck telling McDonald's that.
You know, of course not. They're all about profit margin. You know, they have to have the high profit margin.
See, but
especially right now, dude. All in California, all corporations are making as much as they used to. That's why they raised our money on our food, dude. It's like $20 every time we got the munchies now. Whoa.
Yeah.
And the order's still wrong.
And see, that's it's crazy because I asked you, like, how can we better the economy? And you're saying we should not pay these people the $20 if they're going to keep messing up in that same order. But at the same time, that's like a federal level. It's so hard to change anything like that when you're at a local level. And so
it's federal. It's federal when it's across the country.
Right, and that's why, or it's state level. My bad, because that's the state thing. And so, how much change can you really make economically in Baldwin Park, and how?
Well, there's a lot of change. And like I said, we start off by not saying yes to everything. Yeah. Anything that makes money isn't always good for the people of Baldwin Park. You know, you just need to slow down. Don't take all the free money, bro. Save some water for the fishies. You know, and by that I mean regulating what we're doing, like slowing the roll down, you know, and worrying about the food that's on your plate.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to the buffet, I only get a little bit at a time because I only eat what I serve myself. You know, a lot of people go and they grab everything and throw away half the plate. That's how we can start working on the economy.
Do you like?
I worrying about the problems that are in front of us.
Do you like when Baldwin Park signs off on having these major businesses, such as like the new Dutch Bros that came in?
I mean, all I gotta say, Dutch Bros, good luck, bro. You stepped into a Starbucks town where there's 5 Starbucks.
That's funny. This is a Starbucks town. No, we love Starbucks here.
You know, it's like, dude, look at the coffee bean.
That shit is, no, I know. Sometimes I look at him like, how are you still alive?
One out of five.
I agree.
Baldwin Park residents does coffee bean.
I agree, bro. Every time I go out with any girl, just anybody, like I'm talking about family, maybe a girlfriend that I'm hanging out with.
One of my employees likes coffee bean, and he stands by it, but it's because he came from Orange County.
Oh, well, see, yeah, I think at that point it's just like a power move. You're like, I gotta stand for it now because it's part of my identity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Even though secretly I know he's a Starbucks guy.
Yeah. It's like he has an Android, but deep down inside he's an iPhone guy.
Yeah, I put it in another pocket.
It's so crazy, but yeah.
No, but do you?
Good luck. You know, I every time I drive by, every Dutch Bros I've ever been to, Dutch Bros came from Vegas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where I first met Dutch Bros. I met Dutch Bros probably like 5-6 years ago in Vegas. Same thing for Raising Cane's. Oh my goodness, Raising Cane's. I've been having Raising Cane's for 20 years in Vegas. You know, and yeah, Dutch Bros over there is in every corner. Every Dutch Bros you go, the line is crazy. You know, when they were first bringing Dutch Bros out here, there was one in Ukaipa, one in Eastvale. Eastvale was the closest one. Those lines were insane.
I would fucking imagine.
But you come to Baldwin Park, you won't see more than 3-4 cars in that line, and it's like, yeah, that's what happens.
Dutch Bros.
Yeah, Dutch Bros. It's like, this is Starbucks town. Hello.
Bro, there's a Starbucks like fucking I can walk to one and then fucking
walk to another
skip
one.
to the other one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can go to the one right here, my favorite Starbucks next to Wendy's.
Oh, I love that one. I love it.
Yeah, you go there and then you can cross the street and get Starbucks at Target.
Yeah, it's so funny.
You know?
Yeah.
Or if not, you can walk 10 minutes to the Puente intersection. There's another Starbucks there.
That's the one by Denny's, right?
No,
you're talking about the one by
Carl's Jr.
Yes, by Carl's Jr. Yeah.
Or if not, you can walk another 10-15 minutes to the Home Depot.
Yep.
And there's another one there.
Yep.
And if not, you can walk down Merced, hang a right on Baldwin Park, and there's another one there. We're missing a Starbucks off the 605.
Yeah, a little high, a little north. Yeah, we're missing the north side. The north side. It's coming though. Don't trip. It's coming. It's coming.
Well, Northside has a Starbucks, but it's not in Baldwin Park.
Which one is it? The one
on Arrow Highway, next to the Wendy's
by
over
the
there.
Wendy's, yeah. No, that's not. Yeah, that's not Baldwin Park.
It's not Baldwin Park, but at least they got something. You know, the north part of Baldwin Park needs their own park. If we're gonna build a park, make it on the north side, people.
That's interesting.
Give them something. There's nothing there, dude.
Yeah, I feel like the north side of BP is just suburb, like just straight houses, just all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It.
There's nothing there.
It's very mid and south Baldwin Park that has stuff.
Yeah.
Do you like that they are rebuilding Barnes Park right now?
The money's got to go somewhere. I have a friend. He runs Barnes Park. You know, and I haven't asked a lot. You know, but it's like they say, hey, si no sabes, no hables, y si quieres saber, pregunta. I haven't asked them because I don't want to know right now.
Oh, but you have to though. If you're
I want to worry about the problems in front of me, and the problems in front of me are Morgan Park. Morgan Park, downtown, because that's where my office is at.
Okay.
I pull up and I see the crap right in front of me. You know, Barnes Park's in the east side, bro. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, the homies got the park. The problem is Morgan Park. You know, the problem is Morgan Park.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though. You're fixing what you know you can start with from what you're experiencing already.
Well, I mean, I deal with the problems that are in front of me.
Yeah.
And those problems are like right in my face. So bad that it hurts. Next question.
So how do you, I mean, from experience personally in life, business, what you're doing, and now you're going into politics, how do you deal with adversity when you're, let's stop it there. How do you deal with adversity?
Well, as a businessman, the reason I win so much is because I have an open mind. That's how you deal with it. Open mind. You know? When I got into I don't want to jump off topic, but when I got into the dog game, I didn't come in saying, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. No. Nope. I said, hey, my name's George Silva. I own an AC company. How can I make myself useful with my business because I want to get into your business?
That's a great way to fucking come at them.
Now, I bred chingon. That was like the smallest Frenchie in Baldwin Park.
Yeah, your fucking Frenchie was punking my Chihuahua.
Hey, bro, that little guy, he's going to be at the Romans Frenchie's dog show. I'm expecting him, and everybody's expecting him to win first place.
What is this?
He's a micro nano king cobra bloodline.
Jesus Christ, micro, nano. What the fuck? He's smaller, so he's the nano version of a micro version.
Yeah.
And he's what, micro, nano?
King cobra bloodline. He's a muscle, you know.
Oh, just straight fucking cut and everything.
Yeah, that's chingon. And we just bred our first big rope Frenchie. Now those things are hard to breed, man. Like our litter was like four came out. One se quedó in the vet. He didn't make it, and then the two other ones weren't as good. That's why those dogs are so expensive. You know, because they're hard to breed. You know, but that's how I battle adversity with an open mind. Don't come in saying I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, because if you come in doing what you want to do, you're gonna get less done.
Yeah.
You know, but if you come in making yourself useful, helping people first, everyone's gonna love you, bro. You know, people are like, okay, this guy's here to help. He's not here to make money. He already makes money. This guy wants to help.
Yeah, I used to work with someone who would always talk about, like, when you become an employee in a business and you want to stand out, find a way to save time and make that company more money and to make it better. And
Just
then
make yourself useful.
And then the money will come for you. It'll always come as long as you're becoming valuable.
Of course.
And so how do you?
So I like to be valuable to anybody that needs me.
Yeah.
You know, with an open mind. You know, everybody deserves air conditioning at a reliable price. So I fix ACs for less.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. Let's take a short administrative break real quick. I'm gonna change the batteries on these. We're rolling. No, yeah, I like that though. Brett Favre was
Big four, dude. Big four. Brett Favre. Oh my goodness.
Do you like Jordan?
I've been a Packers fan since I was 10 years old.
Do you like Jordan Love?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Why? What don't you like about his game?
Everything. You know, he wants to be himself. When he has two people before him, he could have learned from both of them and been a greater quarterback.
Well, that was the whole point. The Packers did that, right? They wanted what Brett Favre did to Aaron Rodgers, and Rodgers did to Jordan Love.
What?
You don't see Jordan Love.
I don't see him being the next Aaron Rodgers. That's for sure.
I mean, it'd be hard to replicate that. So you don't like the contract they gave him? They gave him like a $240 million for like 5 years or something.
Just like Baldwin Park's new park, a waste of money.
Way to tie it in. I like that. I like that. And so, how would you, as a city council member, handle when majority vote goes against what you believe is right for the city?
I take it in and rewrite it.
Okay, so come at it from another angle.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
You know what my dad told me? My dad, dude, is my biggest critic.
That's good.
And he never has something good to say. Awesome, dude. You know?
Yeah, those are the people we respect the
Awesome,
most.
dude.
Yes.
You know? My dad didn't have a dad growing up. So he was really hard on us, dude. He felt like, hey, I didn't have a dad. I didn't turn out so bad. So we got like the worst treatment, you know? It's like, you're a guy, you'll make it.
But look at the fucking person that he made with you, dog.
Every time I do something, I never get animals from him. But when I told me, Dad, I decided to run for city council, it's the first time I heard him say something positive. He said, good job, son. And I was like, am I sleeping? I couldn't believe it. Like, but anyways, to answer your question, my answer is my dad's answer. If I don't get through, just keep knocking on the door.
Yes.
That's it. That's what my dad said. Keep knocking on the door. So if something I want to pass doesn't get passed, we'll reformulate it, introduce it differently, and keep knocking on the door. You know? But, I mean, my to-go package is very reasonable. I'm not asking for much. You know, and I'm not asking for things that can't be done. You know, I work with Molinar Design. He's my engineer. You know, so we already re-engineered Pacific and Main Avenue.
Phew.
Yeah, we already have it down. We already have it down. And the thing about that is, I spoke up on it after we had the plan. Anybody else would be like, we're going to fix it. Don't even know where to start. We already fixed it on paper. So now I can say, hey, you get me?
Yeah, you already have it. Like, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to say it and then, oh, fuck, how are we going to do this now?
Yeah.
You know? Because it's my job to come through. I always come through. Si no, no digo nada, ya. You know what I mean? It's like the dicho, si no sabes, no hables.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You're not going to get that out of me. You're going to get results. I never lie to my customer. I'll never lie to my voter.
And how do you reaffirm yourself to stay grounded and not ever get caught up in shit that'll, like you said, you don't like the word corrupt, and I agree, I don't like corrupt, but that'll change who you are right now before you get inside those rooms.
Simple. I already am who I am.
But you can change. People change.
People change when they get something introduced to their life that they don't know about.
This will be something that you really don't know much about because you're going to be getting new files that you're going to be like, oh, now I'm deep into this.
But I'm from the streets.
What does that mean, though?
That means that I already have an idea of how these things are.
You have an idea, but you don't know them yet.
Well, I don't know them yet because I don't see them on paper.
Exactly.
That's
right.
called privileged information.
Agreed.
I won't have that privileged information
Exactly.
until I'm granted the privilege and I'm sworn in.
And so how are you?
But, hey, bro, we politic it on the streets all the time.
Yes.
So, like I said, it's nothing new to me. You know, these guys aren't from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's my point. No son de las calles. Tú no puedes decir que eres de la calle when you've never put in no work. You know, and the homies don't know you. Everybody knows who I am. I'm George Silva.
And why do you love Baldwin Park so much? You have a business. You have a good.
I've had
amount of
every
money.
opportunity to get out of the city.
Why
But
come
you
back?
know what?
Yeah.
Home is where your heart is.
And why do you feel like your heart is here?
My heart is here because my humble beginnings are here. My story's here.
Can you tell me a little bit about your story?
Fuck, I mean, I don't know. When we were kids, we didn't have much. One pair of shoes. You know, my parents were always at work, so we'd always either go to school or not go to school. They never knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the school system failed me. I've been shot and left for dead here. You know,
That sounds like a bunch of reasons not to want to be in Baldwin Park.
exactly.
So why? Why does your heart want you to stay here?
Because my legacy's here.
The Silva
Because the
family.
things that happened to me, they happened here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just changing the narrative, bro. Anybody that grew up in Baldwin Park, left Baldwin Park, they don't want to come back.
It's like leaving the hood. It was one of those spots where people are like, I'm going to make it out the hood.
You know, and it's like, I've made it out of the hood plenty of times. But if you're really from the hood, you'll come back. Plain and simple. You know, I got tired of running.
Yeah.
You know, that's why. I got tired of leaving Baldwin Park, you know? I was living in Glendora, chilling. Big chilling, dude. But you know what? I didn't renew my lease. I moved out. And here we are.
You know what? Like, you know, do you still remember that moment when you were in Glendora and you were like, I'm not going to renew this lease because I want to move back? Like, what was that change?
You know what? It was a simple decision. I said, no, we're not doing this no more. Baldwin Park needs help.
Interesting. Was there something that you saw, or was it just a gradual of everything?
Well, it all happened. This will answer like 20 questions in de un putazo.
A ver.
At the concert series, I raffled a mini split.
What is that?
A mini split. It's a ductless air conditioner.
Okay.
The mini split that was in my booth.
Oh,
remember?
you're raffling that out?
I raffled it off.
Oh, okay.
I didn't make no money on it. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is I said I'm raffling off a mini split. And it's, come on, dude. I'm subject to scrutiny. I'm a public figure in the streets of Baldwin Park. I can't say something and not do it. Porque yo tengo palabra. Palabra is very important. Fools look at me and it's like, say palabra and I'll believe you, palabra. And if I can't do it, I won't say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I gave the streets my word that I was raffling off a mini split. You know? And, of course, a Baldwin Park resident won it. And, you know, the homies were satisfied. At first, I was like, you know what, dude? No estoy vendiendo tickets. La gente, they didn't want to run the risk to freaking buy a mini split ticket. You know? It's like people waste their money on dumber stuff every day. And, you know, somebody with less than $20 got an $1,800 mini split.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And nobody wanted to run that chance. And I was like, how do I sell more tickets? I told myself.
Mm-hmm.
How do I sell more tickets? How do I sell more tickets? And you're looking around, and you're looking at all the other booths. And I saw the chief of police in one of the booths. And I was like, bingo, that's what I need, an endorsement.
Mm.
I need someone that's really credible in the city to hang out with me in my booth.
Mm.
You know? So I reached out to a good friend of mine. And I said, hey, bro, can I pay you for your time to come sit in my booth? Sure. They didn't come through. Y dije, fuck, puta madre, ¿qué hago? ¿Cómo lo voy a hacer? And then I said, man, I'm over here trying to endorse people to speak up for me or to say that I'm credible. You know what? Forget that. I'm just going to endorse myself. Better yet, with all this crap going on, I'm running for city council. Boom. I made a phone call. Manny Lozano. Hey, Manny, I want to run for city council. And, man, that guy is awesome. He's not a hater.
Interesting.
He's not a hater. He said, all right, Silva, this is what you're going to do. Send me some information. And I threw an email, got a phone call to the city clerk, Miss Shirley. And I was there the next morning. And it's crazy because I made the cutoff. The second I decided, it was like another day left. Yeah, like I barely squeezed in.
You move quick, yeah.
Oh, bro, I move very fast. I don't sleep on it. You know? And let me tell you something. I like to, I run a 24-hour business because sometimes people need to sleep on it.
Mm.
Like, why am I going to wait for something that can be done when the wheels never stop spinning? It's like the truckers. You're asleep, but goods are still being moved across the United States. You know, it's the same thing, dude. You know?
The greatest businesses are 24/7. Look at Amazon, Nike. They're
crazy.
25/8.
Crazy. And that's what I'm talking about, you know? Why sleep on something when you can act on it now?
Mm.
You know, that's basically what happened. It's like, you know what? I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know? With all this stuff going on, you know, and me seeking for help, not getting it. I figured, you know what, I'll just help myself.
Well, it's interesting because you said first you were trying to raffle it off. So you were like, a best way for me to get my name out is to run for city council.
No, those are two different things.
Oh, explain.
And the reason I wanted to raffle the mini split because I didn't want to lose the money that I invested and expensed for the mini split. That's why I wanted an endorsement for someone to help, to boost the sales.
Of course, but you couldn't get that.
I couldn't get that, and there was bigger problems. You know, and that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to do this and never mind the mini split.
I see what you're saying.
You know, I said, never mind the mini split. I already lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just finish the concert series. That was 10 weeks. Finish it. Get rid of the mini split. Boom. End of story. Now we're running for city council. You know, those things did not go hand in hand at all. You know, in the beginning, it's the origin of it, but me running for city council has nothing to do with AC for Less.
Yeah. I see
you
what you're
know,
saying.
But what I will do is right now I actually extended it. All Baldwin Park residents, I don't charge service fee, and a lot of reason why a lot of people don't have air conditioning or heating right now is because they don't have the money to pay to even find out what's wrong with it. You know, like all my competition charges like what, $80, $120 to show up and tell you what's wrong. That's it. You know, I was charging $40, and you know what? People don't even have the $40, bro. They're busy putting money on the table. You know, so you know what? Waive the fee. Show up. show up on the strength because it's the right thing to do, and it's only for Baldwin Park residents, you know? And I'm going to keep doing it. If I get my chair, I'm going to keep doing it.
Honestly, that's probably the most...
Because I do not believe in charging people just to tell them something. You know, it's your right as a Baldwin Park resident to know what's wrong with your AC for free.
Yeah.
You know, now from there, then we can work out a payment plan or whatever. I'm a very flexible person with my prices and my customers.
See, I like that a lot. I like that a lot that you said, like, for Baldwin Park residents, you have this privilege.
It's already there.
Yeah, I love that.
It's
I
already
really
there,
like
you know? And I don't do it for business to boost sales. No, I do it because it's the right thing to do. Like I said, these guys go, clock in, sit in their chair, do what they do, clock out, go back to their normal lives. Well, this is my normal life. You know, yesterday I was campaigning all day at the lowrider event at Baldwin Park High School. You know, went to my office, jumped out of this, got into my work clothes, installed the mini split. My work for Baldwin Park does not stop when I get out of this. I'm like Superman, bro. I ripped this off, now I got an AC for less shirt under. Y a seguirle chingando, compa.
Have you felt like your recognition of how more people are involved in your life now are since you've gotten in the public eye because you're running now?
Nah, you know what, man? Not a lot of people like what I'm doing.
Really?
And they're scared to say it.
Why do you think that is?
Because I can feel it. I can feel the vibe, dude. Like,
you're talking about like regular citizens.
no, like people around me. You know?
Interesting. Why?
Like I got mad shade from the people that run the park, Morgan. I got mad shade from those guys.
Why do you think that is?
And we had an agreement that I was gonna, because it was really hot, and literally I let them store the mini split, set it up, turn it on. You know, I paid the big money for the flyer and the AC for less sign and the tent. That way I could just show up and boom, 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 vámonos, you know? And they were supposed to advertise my mini split, like buy raffle tickets at the AC for Less booth, this and that. They not once did it, and that really kicked me in the ass. You know, it really, really messed it up, and it got worse, dude. Once they found out I was running, for sure, dude, for sure, it got worse, dude. One time, they gave away my generator, and like the generator that was for me, entitled for me, se lo soltaron to another business. I'm not going to say who, but we all know who we are. Y ahí me la quedé yo, pelado, me la pelé, güey. You know? How can you showcase a product that's not working? I had no power. You know, I had no power, no mini split. I think I was so upset that day, I just closed the booth. I said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this headache. That's the kind of person I am, you know? I know a headache when I see it. And when I get a headache, I know how to casually get out of it. You know, self-awareness, 101. You know, if you're uncomfortable, get out of there.
Do you feel like you're the type of person in people's lives that you carry their stresses for them to help them out?
Bro, I go to homes, and the first thing I know is when someone's pissed. You know, people are mad because their AC doesn't work. They're uncomfortable. You know, now you have 5 people in a house. Everybody is different. You know, but I love my job because when I leave, it's like, it's funny because the customer is always in a bad mood until they feel the air.
Oh, of course.
Oh my goodness. Like,
you're like,
I'm like AC Jesus.
Yeah.
You know,
saving,
and
like,
it's cool. I like it. I love what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I do
Yeah,
it
seeing
for
that
the
reaction,
smile.
seeing that, that change.
And then you have there's always a bitter person in the house that they're fucking, you just know they're freaking mad and no one knows. And then all of a sudden you just see someone come out of a room like, aha, got him, coach.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I can read people.
I like that.
I can read a situation because I go to homes every day and I restore balance. You know, everybody's uncomfortable, everybody's pissed off. You know, it's my job to do my job and to do it good.
I don't think people see that from business owners too much, is that you guys are doing a service for people, and you saying this is like, it shows that you do care about other people. Like,
Hey, bro, I don't need to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't need to.
You know,
you do anything else.
especially bad customers, dude. I got no business being there. You know, sometimes it's like a saying I made. I made this one up. Everybody, from carpenters to plumbers to electricians, everybody that has a trade will agree with me on this one. The customer's always right, but the homeowner's always wrong.
Explain that.
When you go somewhere to buy something, yeah, the customer's right because
I see. Okay,
it's a service.
I see what you're saying.
But when you go to a house when people are trying to be cheap,
Yeah.
or like in my world, todos te quieren chingar, they want to be right so bad that they're just wrong.
Yeah.
You go to a house and you got these YouTube university graduates, and it's funny because like they'll try to say all that, like bro, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, bro. 10 5-minute clips on YouTube does not, you know, like, get out of here. You know what I mean? And like I've been to a few houses where it's like, what the fuck? Like, you see all this wiring, you know they messed with it, but they're not gonna tell you. It's like, oh well, guess what? It's my job to figure it out, and I'm really good at my job, so I figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just that badass, bro. Like, yo soy bien chingón, güey.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to this, you know, I know my wiring diagrams, everything, self-taught.
This is a little more like sidestepping to something else. I kind of asked you this question, but now this is from a different perspective. Is how would you deal with you make a decision that is a minority vote, where like what I'm trying to say is like
I used to be a minority. I can put myself in minority shoes.
no, but let's say no, but what I'm trying to say is like let's say you pass a law, right, and majority does not agree with you, but you know it's right. How do you navigate that?
By sticking to my guns, bro. Not a lot of people agree what I do. Not a lot of people agree with what I say. But at the end of the day, I do what I feel is right. And if you have an open mind and you change perspectives, you'll be able to level with me and see my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for y'all. You know? I'm the AC guy, you know? Like, I'm fine where I'm at. But the city needs help.
Yeah.
The people need help. The streets are bleeding, bro. We got to make the bleeding stop.
That's interesting. Because I was thinking about the, I feel like every week I see something new on Baldwin Park with a lot of, like, shootings or just random things that they find. Like the grenades. You saw those 4 grenades they found in Ramona?
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It's the streets. Those are the streets bleeding, bro. The streets are crying for help. That's how the streets cry. Once the infrastructure starts getting restored back to balance, the streets will follow. That's the problem.
Mm.
Nobody's thinking of the streets. They're thinking of the city, its economy, but they're not thinking about the people with their 210s on the ground. It's messed up, man. That's why we're at where we're at.
I like how you were talking about, like, oh, we should do these incentives to bring, like, sports and stuff and, like, the mental health awareness. What are your thoughts on how we can better values and principles for younger kids, because they're the future of Baldwin Park, and so how can we help with that, actually? Because I think that's...
Well, I mean, first off, we need to start with cleaning the streets. And like I said, you know, it's important to be a good example.
Yeah, role models. These are role models.
But nobody's setting a good example, so no one's following.
I would even say sometimes these bad examples are getting followed, and they're
Exactly.
bad.
Exactly, and I agree with you on that. You know why? Because there's no good examples. People are gonna follow what they see, and if they see something, even if it's wrong, they see it happening in public, so they think it's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting in trouble for it. That's what I would say. You know, what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
And so how
But if
would,
people aren't labeling it, I mean, people are just seeing it and they're just going with the flow, dude. It's the streets.
and you said we should make better examples. How would you do that?
Just keep doing what I do every day.
So you're saying you.
You know, and people will follow a good example. People will follow a good role model. You know, when you teach a better way, and people see you happy and prospering, people want what you want. Even your haters, dude. People don't like you. It's because obviously you have something that they don't. You know, me, I have a business. You know, I got some very expensive dogs. You ought to see my chameleon game. You know,
you
I
showed
also
me,
do
yeah,
reptiles. You know,
crazy.
And all that's hard work, and people like it. I have people that are like, "Hey, bro, what's up? I want to get into that." Okay, cool. You know, and it's just by being consistent with yourself and the things you do.
So you're saying just you yourself trying to be the best version and great person you are will.
I will influence people
Yeah.
to be greater.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not a piece of shit.
It's harder to be a good person than it is to not be a good person.
Oh, it's so simple not to give a F.
Yeah.
You know, but when you care, it's like not caring is too easy.
It's
too easy, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, easy.
It's too easy, dude.
Yep.
Like I have this thing. This is what makes my life easy. I have a pile of things that I give a shit about. And, excuse my language, but this is how this one comes out. I have a pile that says can give 2 fucks less pile. You know, and that pile never gets looked at. I categorize things, I label things to make things easier, to not tie emotion into certain things. You know, the things I care about, the things I love, go in my important pile. The things I can give 2 shits less about, fuera. Even people, you know? It's like, oh, look, this fool's shady. This guy's scandalous. This guy's a dealer. This guy is a freaking, you know, whatever they are. So when they do it, like the shady guy, when he does something shady, it doesn't hurt me because I already know he's fucking shady. Like, oh, this fool's scandalous. Or, oh, well. Or like I already knew she was a squonka type things, you know? And it's like, oh, I already knew this was a clucker. I already know this guy's a tweaker. So when it happens, it's not a low blow and you're like, oh my goodness, who'd ever thought? Or, oh man, like, ¿por qué te agüitas con algo que ya sabías? You know, lo que se sabe no se pregunta y lo que se ve no se dice.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I grew up, you know?
How do you draw the line between being too emotional and being just straight logical? Because I think it is good to be emotional with the citizens, but it's also like you also sometimes gotta pull away from that, not be too emotional. How do you balance
By
all
being
that?
realistic. That's it. You know? Just be realistic about the things I do. Either I can do it or I can't do it. And if I can't do it, don't say you can. Because now you're a liar. That's it.
But I guess I mean more like, let's say emotionally, certain people in Baldwin Park want this, and you understand the emotion, like you understand why they want it, but you know logically that's not the right thing to do. Kind of like being a father. Like if you have kids, like you understand sometimes.
You just look, bro. We can't save them all, but let's save the ones that want to be saved.
It's a hard take.
It's simple when you look at it from my perspective.
Why is that?
Because it's like for me, I'm like really straight up. Some people don't like me because I'm too straight up.
Yeah, there's people
I
who
shoot
don't like that
shit, bro.
Oh.
You know, that's what happens when you're from the streets. You know how to shoot it. You know, and just being real, being 100, being real to myself, being real to others. This is who I am. I'm George Silva. If you don't like it, oh well. I don't lose sleep at night. You know, I'm always focused on being a good role model for my nephew, my nieces. You know, the children, just the children. Children's got to look up to someone. When we were kids, we didn't have no role models, bro. You know who we looked up to? The homies from the hood, bro. Because that's all we had. That's all we had, bro.
Had or have?
Had.
You don't think it's not around anymore?
Well, I mean, fuck. I don't want to talk bad. I just feel like things are different now.
Yeah.
You know? Who do I got to look up to? Who am I going to look up to when I'm already a good example myself? You know? I don't have no role models. I never have. And I don't think I ever will because I learned how to become a role model. You know? It's like, who in my lifetime am I going to look up to?
You had to become that person.
Yeah. I had to.
And how do you know you're doing the right thing?
Because nobody's complaining.
What about the haters? Sometimes there's truth in haters.
Actually,
gotta know
there's their version of the truth.
Yes.
Because
yes.
when you tell a lie so many times, it becomes the truth. Think about it.
I mean, it becomes a truth to them, not the truth. But
Exactly.
Yeah, it becomes a truth to
So,
them.
there it is. That answers your question right there.
What are one of either or? What are one of your biggest principles or morals that you stand on or values?
Just doing the right thing.
But what does that
to
mean?
prosper, to help people. Doing the right thing is doing something that everyone's gonna win. You know, where there's no losers. You know, and if they don't see it, they'll at least understand it. That's what doing the right thing is for me.
Mm-hmm.
Doing something that helps people. Doing something that people are gonna at least agree with if they don't like it.
Something that they're gonna agree with, even if they don't like it. Okay, yes, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the kind of playing like devil's advocate. Like I'm pushing against you right now.
Well, look, bro, I'm already the voice of the streets, bro. You know, like it takes the streets to know the streets, bro. I've skated every piece of blacktop on this city. You know, I'm the one that's gonna carry the people's voice to the city. You know, I'm the middleman.
And what are the people saying right now?
Good job. We need this. We need that. I know what the people need, because they're talking to me. They're not putting on a little piece of paper, putting in a suggestions box. You know, and that's another thing too. Like, there's gonna be a lot more voters this year because I'm running. Because me personally, I'm not voting for him. I don't like him. I don't like her. No. You know what? I'm not voting. That's what the people do. That's how votes get lost. That's why the voices aren't heard. Because they don't like who's running. Me, you can at least relate to me. I can relate to you. I know what it's like to have. I know what it's like to not have. I know what it's like to win. I know what it's like to lose. Mm-hmm. You know, I can relate to every person in Baldwin Park.
And how do you plan to maintain that feeling of relatability? Because right now you are in the streets talking to people, but once you get into these positions, you kind of.
I will always be on the streets, bro. I fix ACs for less, and I show up to people's houses for free. I will always be on the streets.
How much time is gonna take? How much time are? There's only so much time in a day. How much time do you know that you have to put into being a city council member?
As long as it takes, bro. I run my business. I run the show. If I'm not coming into the office that day, I'll make a phone call. The guys can run the show. You know, this is very simple for me.
So your business is self-sustaining right now. If you
oh yeah, 2-3 phone calls, everything happens.
Oh, that's beautiful. So yeah, so you have.
I have time. I'm the only one in the city that's in the city during the day.
Yeah.
Everybody's over there with their little day job.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a simple question, but I gotta throw a softball pitch at you. Why does that make you better?
Why? Because I don't clock in, I stay clocked in. You know? These guys got to clock out at work and then clock out into being a council member.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I don't clock out. I stay clocked in.
I remember I was talking to one of the city council members, and I asked him, and he told me he had a day job. I don't know why that blew my mind. I was like, oh, I thought you got paid enough to do this.
Let me tell you something
to make
funny.
it full time.
Let me tell you something hilarious. Someone that's running for city council works at my dad's job. And this guy, it's funny because this guy goes up to my dad. My dad told me the story. Hilarious. He's like, hey, I heard you live in Baldwin Park. Can I get you to vote for me? And my dad says, I'm sorry, son, but I'm voting for my son. Who's your son? George Silva. The look on his face, he told me the look on his face was like the look on his face when I shook your hand and I saw right through you. And then you know what he tried to do? He said, you know you can vote for 3 people.
You can?
You know what my dad told him? Why do I need to vote for 3 people when all I need is the right vote?
Damn, your dad fucking.
It's true though. Why do you need to vote for 3 people when all you need is the right person to get the darn job done?
Yeah.
If I can vote for myself 3 times, I will. But I'm only voting for myself because I know I'll get the message out there. You know, and yeah, dude.
Do you have a slogan?
Make Baldwin Park great again.
You're fucking funny. I really want a hat. I want a hat.
I got you on a hat, dude. I got you on a hat. They're at the house, dude.
I know, but that's fucking sick to see have a make Baldwin Park great again.
Baldwin Park great again, bro. That's it. Baldwin Park was great, dude. When we grew up.
Oh, we grew up different times.
That's what I'm saying. It was great when I grew up.
Yeah.
It was cool. People actually respected the law. They feared it. You see a cop, fools were running, dude. The homies were running, dude, when you see the cops.
I do have a question.
Even when we used to skate at the schools, cops would come. We just...
How do you feel about... Because back in your time, man, you guys were out. Like, every kid wanted to not be in the house. And so now with technology and having the social media... What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I really frown upon it. You know, yesterday we were at the Lowrider show, and there was a few football games going on and stuff like that, right? And there was a kid, when I was going to the restaurant, I went to the restaurant probably 3 times. There was a kid right next to the freaking power outlet with his freaking device plugged in. He was there the whole time like this. And it was so funny because there was a point, like towards the end, poor kid. Last time I went to the restroom, he was facing the wall. He had his head on the wall like this. Still going at it. 4 hours, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No manches, dude. Like, I don't know. That's crazy, you know? Back, we had skateboards, we had bikes, we had the streets, you know? We had the breeze, depending on how fast you were moving.
And so, like, for me...
Now it's like, these kids know too much too soon.
Yeah. With the internet, so fucking wild, wild west place.
That's what I'm saying. They know too much too soon.
Me as a citizen, I want to ask you, like, how can you help us get these kids to come out again? Because we do see that they are...
You know what, man? It's not on me. It's on their parents. If we make the streets safer... Again, if we make Baldwin Park great again, people would actually let their kids go outside.
I see what you're saying. It's a whole effect that causes one thing to lead to the other.
Of course. When the streets are safe enough for their kids to be out, then the parents will kick the kids out of the house. Till then, they're safer on their tablets.
Ah, fuck, that's so crazy to me.
It's true.
I agree that they're physically safe, but mentally, I don't like sometimes how...
of course not.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the parents. Parental controls.
Damn.
Yeah, damn, huh? When you start thinking about it like that.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to end it right here. Is there anything else you want to say before we cut it?
Don't forget to vote for George Silva, November 5th. Let's make Baldwin Park great again. That's it.
Okay,
This is as far as I can go, guys. Hasta aquí llegué. It's on your voice and it's on your vote to put me there. And I'm not going to let you down. Palabra.